Today I want to confess my COVID diary, Confession 3. In a word, idle brain is bucket full of evil thoughts. Not only evil and devil thoughts. Since last December 2019, as I have nothing to do anything except my basic needs like food, sleep, drinks means drinking waters, etc. I was totally zero loaded, no work at all. Earlier, when the people some passing time with some unnecessary useless discussions, I was very annoyed to participate with that discussion. I do not like those useless discussions. Of course, I do not have time to take part in those discussions. I was having a lot of other works. For me, these discussions are wastage of valuable time and energy. This discussion was basically what happened what Prime Minister thinking for development of a country, what China is thinking for some aggressive war, what Pakistan is doing day to day in borders, what our country is doing. These are not our duty to discuss. We have lot of representatives, lot of responsible policymakers, lot of executive, lot of judiciary experts. They will think all this matter. We just support them. Support means we should give normal our output as a citizen of India, and we should take our responsibilities properly. We should work. We should not think otherwise. But now after this pandemic 2019 December 20 complete years, 21 complete years, now 2022 is from starting, it is broken. In those discussions, I thought if these people are sufficiently empowered by opportunities, they can surely make everything to upgrade the world to a new direction, like magician, like PC Sarkar. PC Sarkar, without anything from air, he can take out, from just air he can take out anything. But now I realized that I was basically wrong. I was hating all those useless time pass gossip. Now I have started the same thing because basic reason behind this no work, and this no work situation is the major problem of wastage of time and manpower both. But no one can do anything. Our life is more valuable than anything else in this world. Everyone living in this earth only to live. I am not sure about others, but I am living only to live, only to live. I am 100% sure that I must live, so I am trying to live for me only. After perfect analysis, I made some analysis during this period, and I am sure that in my absence, no one shall be suffering, neither my country nor my society, nor one shall suffer. No one shall suffer. Then what is my use? I do not, since in the name of no work, I am not working anything. I do not work. I am idle totally, and idle brain is storehouse of evil and devil thoughts. I am not different. Earlier, my concept is 24 hours is not sufficient to complete our works. Then I was thought, if 24 hours, if it can be made to 48 hours, we shall be able to complete our works daily. I made some analysis. In our society, there are two groups of people. First group is living to eat. We are just living to eat. Some good days may come when we can eat nicely. Another group is eating to live. One group, like me, I am living to eat. That some one day will be coming when I can able to eat. And other group, those are in comfort zone, they are eating to live. They are taking food only to survive. We are surviving to eat, take food, and they are taking food only to survive. But we are all working hard. We are working hard. Class A group, they are working hard for their food, and all others, those who are in comfort zone, they are working hard for the digestion, to digest their food. But hard work is hard work. There is no difference. First category of people, those who are living to eat, they are also do very hard work, and those who are comfort zone, they are also very hard work. This subject is different, but hard work is hard work. Nobody can get rid of any hard work from their life cycles. During this no work time more than 2 years, I am busy with some empirical relationship, life and time, and these are explained below. But these are these are also evil and devil thoughts. I cannot say these are not evil or not devil. These are good always, but not good always. Because of my old age, I am realizing one thing. When a man became inferior in the family, either financially or physically, maybe full sacrificing all throughout the life, they will be inferior, and he should hand over the charges of family head to other to control over the family, or otherwise that inferior gentleman shall suffer mentally till his last breath. Of course, most of my well-wishers comment that I am eccentric, as I am always thinking otherwise opposite. But it is true. I am saying it is true. Maybe, may not be. I do not feel so, as I cannot prevent my gravitation flow of my thoughts, evil or devil, whatever may be. For example, I am always thinking, whether it is positively or negatively, I do not know, but what normal people thinking, I am thinking quite opposite. For instance, for example, all of us sunset is said sunset is the end of the day. Sunset means evening, day was gone. But I think otherwise. For me, sunset is a beginning, at least preparation. You may say it one way, preparation of a new pleasant day. Sunset cannot be an end of the day. More often, many may say it is night, but I fail to understand anything except moon and beautiful moonlight sky, and so on. In my eyes, everything appears like a different way. Whether I am positively thinking or negatively thinking, I do not know, but what normal people thinks, in my eyes, it is automatically otherwise appeared. So some people say that I am controversial man. What I feel, it may be controversy or may not be, but I feel anyone who is not controversial, he is hypocrite, or he is surrounded by fears and cowardness. He has no courage to speak the truth. Long back I said that God is not perfect manufacturer. Like Reliance Group, Tata Group, they have manufactured some vehicles or some mobiles or some any instrument. They are manufacturing numbers will be there. with that manufacturer in that numbered manufacturer always the same. But our Creator, He is not perfect manufacturer. He cannot maintain the model type. Since nobody is same to another. Say a mobile phone, say 1100, model number 11, Nokia 1100. Whether it is now available or not, I do not know. But the 1100 model, everywhere the globe the same battery. Without any hesitation, anyone can buy a battery and fix it. So that is called model. But our Creator not at all serious about the model maintaining. And our Creator should at least try to maintain the model perfectly. And we all say that love is divine. Something, if we do not get in our life, we straight say it is divine. If I am not getting proper attention in this society, it is divine. He is God-gifted talent. He has God-gifted talent, I do not. Why so? If it is divine, I am carrying a load of 1,000 tons on my shoulder since last more than 80 years till this date, but I do not get any relief. Why? Is divinity some special? Is divinity for special persons only? Divinity is semi-infinite, like our soil formation. Is it not homogeneous? Why? So I have some question marks to our Creator. And one day I thought, I find that I did not tell lie. I never tell lie, and till now I am not telling a single truth from my childhood. There are so many examples. One fine morning, one of my friend, my esteemed client, had come to me for some discussion with his project. During discussion, suddenly he wanted to know whether I am staying at present rented house or own house. I do not take much time. Immediately I replied, I am staying rented house, and this office is also on rent, but I do not know the owner of the building, and neither I have seen him nor I know his name even. Initially he thought maybe he thought that surely some broker has arranged everything, and then he asked, what about my house rent? I replied him. Taking a single moment, I replied him, I do not have to pay any house rent, but I have to bear the electricity bill, water bill, corporation bill, etc. only. And further, I have to look after the minor repairing works like cleaning, some little painting, etc., even when necessary. My friend, with a pleasing smile, told that I am really a very lucky person. What he thinks, I do not know. But you see, I am not telling truth, I am not telling lie. What I say, where I am today sitting here, yes, at present it is my house. But I am not the owner. I am not the owner means till my death I am owner. After that, my next heir will be legal, heir will be coming and he will be the owner. Then after his legal heir will be coming and he will be the owner. Then after that, after 500 years after, who will be the owner? I do not know. I never saw him and I do not know his name. I am not telling lie. It is truth. On the other hand, yes, I simply say that it is my house. But I am the real owner. Real owner, who, when, that will be different issue. So, one of my friend wanted to know about my planning a permanent settlement, and immediately, without wasting a single moment, I replied, let us wait for time. It is totally resting on God only. But I have few plots of land at different places, like Navagraha, Bhutnath, 6 Mile, Bangaon, Vasishta, Kahilipara, besides my native village. But unfortunately, my beloved friend, with a lip smile, not coming out hard, replied, you are a very rich man. Immediately, laughingly, I told him, yes, I am the richest man of this small world, as I have no fear to fall and no hope to rise. Because I am very happy, because I have no fear to fall and no hope to rise. What will be elevation, next elevation? Now plus 80. What will be my next elevation? I have no hope to rise. I cannot fall down, no fear to fall. So I am the richest man. Further, I am also the happiest man of this world, since I have no time to feel unhappy. I do not feel unhappy at any moment or any situation or any whether people are crying, people are just depressed. I do not know what is depression, what is pleasure. I do not find the basic difference. For this reason, one should be depressed and one should be unhappy, and for this reason, one shall be happy, one shall be smiling, one shall be very pleasing. I do not know what is the difference. In what situation a person will be unhappy and what situation person will be happy. Every moment, every 24 hours, there are 60 minutes and 60 seconds If he go for teeny part, and so it can be divided by anything. So I do not find any basic reason to feel unhappy and happy, because I do not find time to think about the happy and unhappy. Another story, it is I recall, this story is recalled. Now my grandson, he will be this year, he will be graduated, so he will be 24 years. This incident was 2-3 years old when he just sent to pre-nursery, that is toddler in our Guwahati. Pre-nursery or play group like that. One day my grandson of pre-nursery playhouse group student, then he asked me, why you keep these few hairs always long? I have a tikki. Tikki means few long hairs. At the center of my scarf, there are few hairs long. These we call tikki. In Sanskrit it is shikha. So this little boy, he want to know. Just rest of our all males, they do not have. I have only. So question for a small child, there are a lot of questions, because our brain is much working than us. So they are having lot of questions. They want to learn, want to know something new. Every second they are trying to learn something, or something, and they are learning. They are they are doing very hard work. Small child, when he has started walking repeatedly, thousands and thousands times, they fall down and they wake up, but they do not cry. They smile. Falling and getting up, there is their regular operation for about 1.5 years, and they never cries. They are getting pleasure. They are getting pleasure of achievement, pleasure of success, and they are more or less, except sleep, they are always asking questions. And normally what happens, parents, when grandparents are with that child, their parents put their kids to the grandparents to avoid their question answers. And they are asking question one after another, and they cannot be refused to. When my grandson asked about my tikki, that is shikha, few long hairs in the head, so I told that during earthquake there are possibilities of cracking down of the ground, and I may go deep inside the ground, and then someone can pull me out with the help of these long hairs. Immediately, very interesting, immediately my grandson, he do not have this tikki, but if I entered, then Can you rescue me? Very serious question. I have tikka, so someone can pull me out with this tikka, and if he fell down, how can I rescue him? Then I have replied him, if you are always somebody's lap, and you do not need anyone required to rescue you, you can easily come out to the ground, putting your legs on somebody's shoulders. Little thinking, he replied, for me it shall be painless, but my mother may feel more and more pains. You see, there are two subjects. First, since he has no tikki, it will be very difficult for him to rescue. At the same time, as I told him, just he will be putting his legs on somebody's shoulders, automatically he will be coming up, because he is always in lap. He immediately thinks for his mother. His mother may feel more pains. People what may say, I am sure that I am not mad. Rather, may be full. Often sunset is called as a night, but I call it pleasant moonlight day. There is a difference of thinking, difference of viewing. From what angle I am viewing and what angle other viewing. We are all have went to school, went into the school. We all must have to. We all go into the college. We all to get our degree, because that is the one thing people cannot take away from us. No one can take our degree or diploma, anything. That is our education. It is for us, and it is most worth investment. If we learn something, it is worth investment of our parents. But the degree does not mean that we are superior to others. There are a lot of people having few degrees, they are very superior. These degrees are just give us some information about acquiring knowledge, and these are basically borrowed from others. What I read in books, all these are borrowed from others. It is not our creation. We are just borrowing, copy paste. We are copying and cutting and pasting. Knowledge which are hidden and unseen. These are not actual knowledge. These are some information we are borrowing from others. The knowledge are hidden and unseen. In our school and colleges, we are getting little knowledge of some seen materials and object which is very less than unseen world. The unseen world is much bigger. The ratio may be 1 is to 10 to the power n, 10 to the power infinity. 1 is to 10 to the power infinity. But we are mostly satisfied with the little knowledge of teeny seen seen object. The greatest scientist Einstein had said once, I had collected a few cells of a small seashores only. It indicates that what he did is absolutely nothing. During our school days, we had absolute we had when we are 4th, 6th standard student, most of us were taught about Archimedes, Newton's, like a story. This was not science. This was story. Like Eureka, why apple was not going to sky. This type of story when Archimedes taking his bath in bathtub, then he is coming out, Eureka, Eureka, ran to the royal palace. This type of stories we were taught. During those days, we found there are a lot of fun. We was basically, when Eureka means a naked a scientist, Archimedes, like people, Archimedes, a greatest scientist of that time, without any cloth, he is running to the royal places, shouting Eureka, Eureka. Our aim of interest is that chapter. And Newton, why apple was not going to sky? Then we thought apple is never apple will fly to sky. It should be going down. We thought that way. But nowadays we are realizing. During those days we got only fun. But now we are realizing those great inventions of those great scientists. It is the result of our education. Education shows the pathway of our knowledge. What we read, this is not education, it shows some pathway of our knowledge. Surprisingly, majority of us, education is a passport for getting a lucrative job or profession. Yes, we need everything like food, shelter, cover for survival and existence. Yet, all of us should not forget that we need something more than the basic needs. These are truth, love, pity, mercy, sacrifice, sharing and caring of others. If we can develop these qualities in our life, we shall surely be more educated and living skillness much more elevated. Swami Ramdev once told, Yog Guru Baba Ramdev, he once told, Yog is nothing but a skillness in work. That is Yog. And with the help of Yog, one can elevate his own self to a higher magnitude. These habits of life may kill our ego, angry, pain and sorrows which are making us miserly and unblissful. And we are not happy at all. Let us all live in this beautiful world with peace and happiness, success and satisfaction, prosperity and pleasure, with good health and long contented life. In our early days, in ancient days, always all learned people, all knowledgeable people, they thought, Sarve Sukhina Bhavantu, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Passantu. That means all should be happy, all should be healthy, all should be enjoy, all should can enjoy their life. This is our education. This is the basic education. If we see the moon, we feel the beauty of Creator. If we see the sun, we feel the power of Creator. And we see the mirror, we see the best face, whom most loved one of Creator. When I see a mirror, what I'll be saying? It's my face. My face is the most lovely face of the world. It is created by God. So nicely, so lovely, I cannot hate my face. That is, it is very beautiful for me. So we should be in own self. If we keep us in own self, we shall be always beautiful. Like my black, ugly face is most beautiful for me. Accordingly, if I can able to keep me inside, then I shall be always beautiful. I shall be always pleasing and be pleasant and happy always. We are fond of traveling new places. We are all traveler. But in our journey, our Creator is our travel agent who already fixed our all routes, reservation, accommodation, destination, everything. It is made by Him. So just we are tourists. One gentleman recently, one news item I heard, more than half of the people are hungry since we are all self-centered and we never share and care for others. On the moment when we start sharing and caring, if I can share others' pain with me, if I can care for worst suffering of others, then everything will be elevated. It shall be, our world shall be heaven, elevated to the heaven. I never visited to the heaven, but as I heard, since my childhood, my imaginary picture of heaven is simply a cozy nightclub of our earth where entry is restricted for poor. Because I never visited heaven, so I do not have adequate knowledge on heaven regarding the roads and parks, hotel, restaurants. I do not know anything of heaven. So what I heard on the basis of such hearings, I had an imaginary picture of heaven, which is nothing but a cozy nightclub of our earth, where entry is restricted for poor. No poor can be entered there. What I imagine. I may not be correct. On the other hand, our ancient scriptures suggested that Jugga Bhigga Vasundhara, fittest can only survive. But it is applicable in our art only. Jugga Bhigga Vasundhara, it is applicable for our earth only, not for heaven. I also heard that Devanta is the king of heaven who not at all need anything to do for his livelihood. He even did not think for his country or countrymen. What type of king he is? If anyone asks me that what I shall prefer, to be Devendra or ordinary citizen of India, my immediate reply will be in ordinary city of India. Immediate. I shall not time to waste. Immediately I shall be लग क्या जाए अमिताभ बच्चन का जो है कोई केबीसी कौन बनेगा करोड़पति लग क्या जाए immediately I shall be citizen of India citizen of India locked. In my opinion, our citizens of India are more powerful to remove our king if and when necessary, at least every 5 years interval. But citizens of heaven, they are mostly voiceless, coward, perhaps ignorant too. They do not want to replace their king also. I also heard that there is a tree in heaven, it is called Kalpa-vriksha. Whether it is false or just to make us fool. In heaven there is no soil and water. How a tree can alive without soil and water? It appears for me as if it is just a story like Tajimala, a story book for little boy, small kids. Story boy is the Tajimala. It was written by Lakshminath Rasaraj, Lakshminath Basbarua. Like that type of story, which is unreal. Now, in this stage when our people are started visiting moon, and in such stage we should not be say that although there is no soil and water, a tree Kalpa-vriksha can exist there. If it is exist there, it is not vriksha, not tree. For me, it is no, never. If heaven was created, the Creator should also create some super creator there who knows how to live. For the Creator is also blindly accepted their all wrongdoings as Leela. What type of evil doings in heaven? These are all God. Dravendra, he is doing lot of mistakes entire his life. He is lot of mistakes, lot of injustice and lot of mistakes. And our Creator has blindly accepted all his mistakes and termed as Leela. Ras Leela, Vaikuntha Leela, all these are Leela, which is total injustice for other creation. For creation of our world are not allowed to do all these Leelas. So it is injustice. Justice is a square number. It should not be differentiate. There should not be justice means for giving this penalty for this type, this caste and this caste. No. Justice is a square number. Everywhere should be justice squarely, equal. All sides are equal. So my earnest request to Creator, please do not construct any more heaven in near future. Rather, please give some more strength of living creation of this earth to reconstruct our earth most beautiful than heaven. Last 2-3 days, I am hearing a lot of news. I am reading a lot of news item in papers on regarding some examination and education, offline, online. There are a lot of things that are coming up. This is not only the first time. In 1950 also there are this type of happenings. They are there. A 4-year course, a 3-year course, a 5-year course required to finished hardly 90 days class, or 3 years or 4 years total classes was 90 days, and they were awarded a degree, and they were working, they passed their life career. So these are the natural phenomenon. What we can say, natural phenomenon. It will timely. Our problem is there. Problem of survival is there. Financial situation is there. It is apart from all this education system. Financial problem is different. What is education? Education, the process of man molding with good virtues to save mankind, is a system of knowing the human value. We must know the human value. Not only human, but for entire universe. My earlier conception is education referred to a degree, diploma, certificate to start a profession for our livelihood. As I grow older and older, day by day, I gradually find it difficult to understand the actual meaning of the education. Nowadays, we are gradually considered the education the process of development of skillness in work. That what Ramdev said, skillness in works. To this context, I want to refer some instances before giving any comments. We are all know that the Newton, already I have referred the Newton's why apple was not going up, did not study anything about the gravity before him nobody knows what is gravity. No one taught him ABC of gravity, nor any textbooks were available for him to read. Where he got the knowledge of gravity? Surely this was inside him, whether we call it mind or a brain or a soul. It is his creation. Archimedes, so far I know, he did never read anything about buoyancy. Then where from he came to this mind? Einstein did not study about relativity and how he was able to introduce E equal to mc square. These are still unanswered questions. Unanswered questions, E equal to mc square, no. Where it was earlier, from where Einstein read it. It was where it was in Einstein, either it is body or in brain or in textbook, where he find. That's the best question. I am not saying seeing the unanswered question about E equal to mc square. But my question is where he got that knowledge. There are still, if I say all over the world, no such education institute ever been able to introduce to teach anybody about the language of birds or in any textbook. These are available for anyone who can learn to speak with birds. Perhaps not such textbooks are there. Where from he can get that knowledge? Birdsman Dr. Salim Ali, how he had know everything about birds, from language to joke, all everything. Salim Ali, I read somewhere in book, one book, just to know about Salim Ali. One joke was there. That joke is actually a widow bird is there in that joke. The birds, they are in open, no caged bird. These are all open. They are openly. They prefer their site. They are staying there. They are getting good foods and everything. So they prefer to live there. One widow bird was there, and an unmarried male bird was there. The male bird tell her, do you feel lonely? If you feel, I am always with you. That was joke. And Salim Ali was laughing to hear their discussion. All over the world, you say, no, where these are available, how these are coming to them, where they are getting it, I do not know. And if possible, if someone can give me the sources, it will be helpful for me. So far I know, all over the world, thousands and thousands technical and engineering institutes are produce millions and millions experts in different fields almost daily. But is there any single institute who can able to produce one single damage of railway track while sitting in the running train? At least I do not heard of. Then how Sir Biscesaria was able to do so? What was the sources of this knowledge? I remember once Vivekananda said that the soul is the greatest treasury of all knowledge. So we can say that these are divine power. What is the source of this knowledge? Is it God-gifted power or knowledge? In my opinion, education is the process of development of skillness in thoughts between mind and soul, which in thus produce some creative energy in the brain. Education system should make everyone a think tank, not degree. Education system does not give us any degree. Education system make us a think tank for more creativity. All of us have to have a creative brain and mind, but due to lack of coordination between mind and soul, or brain and soul, most of us generally losing the creativity zeal, and this is our greatest failure of our life. This is none to help us. We must struggle to stimulate our thoughts skillfully, to reconstitute and realign the brain and soul and mind and soul with proper bondage. I hope whether this is useful or not, I am not able to comment, but I confessed my idleness. So how I passed my time in these 2 years, just what I am doing, just normally I am thinking all these irrelevant, useless and time wasting something what except mad no one can do. Please, all should be happy. Please, all should be healthy. Please, all should be contented and blissful in life. My best wishes to all of you for good, long life and blissful, long, contented life. Thank you. Please have a nice day.